Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's my birthday. So, yeah, basically, I want to thank everyone that came. Uh, Thank you, Lyle. Thank you, Regman. Actually, that's Falco. Uh, who else came? Captain Comics, thank you for coming. And Batman Loves Comics, thank you. So just quick shout out to all the people that are watching. I really do appreciate everyone for coming out and seeing this video. Actually, I'm going to do some pretty fun things, even though it's it's my birthday, but I want to entertain you guys. Hey, Jerry, it's good to see you come out. I really appreciate it. I actually just want to celebrate my birthday with people that I like. So, Jerry, I'm glad you came. I enjoy your channel. If you haven't watched Jerry's channel, go watch Jerry's channel. It's awesome. Um, and I'm hopefully going to convince him someday to come on my channel. Like I've been wanting to do an interview with Jerry for a long time now. And Denzel, Hazel Dan. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, he says he will. Everyone, you're my witnesses. He said he will. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna do a bunch of things. I'm gonna play a couple games with you guys. I'm gonna do a small unboxing, very small unboxing. Like for my standards, it's extremely small unboxing. It's actually just one comic, just this one comic, but it's a cool one. It's a cool one. So yeah, so oh, and Kyle's here. Hey, Kyle, thank you. And yeah, so basically, I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to play Would You Rather, and it's two boxes that I have no idea what's inside them. It's two boxes. They're not even marked. It's so funny. Like normally, I mark all the boxes so I know what's inside them, but these two, I have no idea what's inside them. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to be surprised. You'll be surprised. We'll see what is inside them. Yeah, thank you. I hope I'm a young man. I turned 50 today. This is my 50th birthday. I survived this long. Like, my parents probably didn't think I would survive this long, but I managed to survive 50 years. I got another 50 at least to go. So it should be fun. And how's the move going? It is going. Actually, literally today, I received my beds. I have beds now in this house. They were the beds were. It was really funny. The staircase in this house is so narrow that you couldn't get the beds into the bedrooms. So so we had the mattresses, but the mattresses without a box spring or something under them just go all wavy. Like it's just so you couldn't really sleep on them. So it's just really brutal. So yeah, so I finally got mattresses today. I got like proper beds. So I didn't get to use them yet, but tonight that'll be my birthday gift. I'll actually have a proper night's sleep. So um so yeah, 50. I turned 50. Yes. I have gray hair. It's in there. It just kind of blends in. So I'm fortunate for that. I just don't have much hair left. That's the big problem. So, yeah. So moving's been a little bit of a challenge. I wanted to give a little bit of an update about the move. So right now I'm in what I call my comic throne, because I didn't do the comic wall. I kind of made this like comic throne. And what I plan to do eventually, though, is to have a proper comic room where where everything is kind of much more similar to my previous comic room. And I met with somebody on Friday who is going to do built-ins. They're going to like kind of build up the wall. I used some of the ideas that my friend Falco gave me and a few other people gave me to kind of lay out the room and come up with something that looks great, so that I can have a proper like YouTube studio plus a good display area and lots of storage. So that's going to be something that they are working on. I'm going to get a quote. Hopefully it's not a crazy quote. I'll be able to afford it. But I'm waiting for that. That might be my birthday gift, I guess. So yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm actually getting them to, like, normally I do the J channel, which is a fairly affordable way of mounting the comics onto the walls. But they're looking at creating maybe kind of like these little comic ledges that will kind of like allow the books to just sort of sit and lean against the wall, which will make it look a little bit more professional, a little bit more like less DIY, DIY, do it yourself. So whatever, whatever the initials are. So yeah, so it's going to be, it's going to be pretty cool. That's something I'm working on. I'll have designs soon. And when I have designs, what I'll do is I'll Instagram everyone my designs on. I'll put those designs up on Instagram, and you guys can see what the vision for the comic room will look like. So definitely follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. It's a great way to see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm going to start off with an unboxing. So you probably, enough of me babbling about random things. I'm going to show you what it is that I got. And it's a cool book. So this is just, it's not a massive book or anything like that, but it's a cool one. So I've actually been sort of gradually collecting this. And I sort of got into this book for two reasons. One, somebody, like a lot of the time people will do like my Q&A questions, and they'll ask me some questions about random books that I'm not necessarily familiar with. And somebody asked me about a character called the Heap. Now, the Heap was a Golden Age character that was introduced in Air Fighters, and basically was a character where it was a German pilot crashed down in the marsh and became embedded in the marsh and became sort of part marsh monster kind of thing. And it was kind of accredited as being the prototype for both Man-Thing and Swamp Thing. So it was a character that was kind of cool. It was brought back, the Heap, it's called, the character. It was brought back by a company called Skywald. And basically they brought it back in the 70s. And I got the first appearance of the Heap from the Skywald edition. So back here, and that's this one. It's in a comic called Psycho, volume 1, number 2. And it's just, actually, it's a pretty cool cover, regardless of the fact that it's the first, the Heap coming back. And it's just you got the Heap here. This is the Heap. And it's just kind of a, sexy good girl cover as well. So Skywald, it's just, kind of a cool, kind of a cool book. And it's Psycho. So actually, Psycho number 1 is another great book. Like this is a pretty great series if you can find it. Skywald produced a lot of really great things. They produced another series called Hellrider, and I've shown it in previous unboxings, where it was actually the prototype for Ghost Rider. So they also had a character called the Butterfly, which was the first female black superhero. It's like, it's just like all these cool things came out of Skywald, and it's just sort of like one of those series that was sort of, or publishers that were sort of lost to time. They just happened to produce a lot of really great stuff. So definitely one to check out. So this is Skywald number 2, and it is the first Heap. First Heap in the Bronze Age, I guess it would be. So yeah, so kind of cool. So that was the unboxing. I know it's not like a big unboxing, but there are big unboxings that are happening starting next week. I'm actually doing a massive unboxing. I think I'm going to air it on Thursday, and it has like incredible stuff. Just yeah, just insane stuff. You'll definitely enjoy it. I think it's definitely interesting. So that's going to happen on Thursday of next week. And there's a previous unboxing that's also got some great stuff that is going to happen next week as well. So stay tuned for those. But as I was sort of digging for these boxes, I actually found a really cool collection of mine that I was quite happy to find, because I was like, oh man, where is this? It's one of my kind of premier collections, and I couldn't find it. I was like kind of paranoid. And I just want to quite quickly show you a kind of a cool collection that I found that, I think you'll enjoy. This is something that you won't see very often. Thank you, Comic Collector 239. Thank you. So yeah, this is a cool collection you don't see very often. So one of the things that has become recently very hot, not only Golden Age comics. Golden Age comics right now, like with all the other market things happening in the comic market, they're all, like you can see, like prices are like down half, maybe some of the comics are down 90%. Well, the Golden Age has been a little bit more resilient. And there's a lot of action happening in the Golden Age where people are buying Golden Age comics as sort of like a way of stuffing money under your mattress kind of thing, where you park your money into more safe, more steady, more concrete things that aren't really speculative, the more stable investments. So I find that a lot of money is moving to the Golden Age in terms of comic collecting. So one of the series, though, that has been kind of on a tear in terms of price has been the Timely stuff, the Timely and early Marvel stuff. So what I'm talking about is Marvel Comics. And this is the original series of Marvel Comics. This is my Marvel Comics number 82. This is the first appearance of Namora. She's like a submariner character. She was in the in the Black Panther movie. She looked very different in the Black Panther movie. She was kind of more Aztecian, but this is her first appearance, and she was originally a blonde character. And this is her first series, Namora. This is what she looked like. The artist was Ken Bald, just a really great artist that I also collect. So this is, one sec here. So last night on eBay, I picked up the Ultimate Fallout number 4 second print, CGC 9.0 of Miles. Probably you picked it up for cheap too. That's the funny thing. And that's actually a pretty good book. I don't necessarily like second prints, but Ultimate Fallout number 4 second print is a good book because of the fact that you actually get to see Miles Morales' face, which is kind of important to me, I think. So that's a good book to pick up. And a couple weeks ago, I picked up a raw copy of Hulk 180. That's another great book. I actually consider that to be the first appearance of Wolverine. Funny story, my friend. I want to give away again. You're getting your 3rd birthday present. So this is my friend Falco. He always sends me really great stuff. He's a really great supporter. So I really enjoy all the free stuff that I get from him. Hi, Epoch. Thank you for coming. So if you didn't catch it yesterday, I actually did an interview with Epoch. So definitely watch that out. Watch that. It's interesting. Okay, so again, I was kind of showing you quickly my Marvel Comics collection. These are Marvel Mystery Comics is what the full title is. And this is another, I pick up the ones with kind of interesting things. This one actually, I think is kind of a funny one because it's right here. You'll notice that this is Asbestos Man. Now, Asbestos Man appears in the Silver Age in Strange Tales 111, which is the second appearance of Doctor Strange. But it's a different Asbestos Man. But I just thought it was kind of interesting that there's a Golden Age Asbestos Man. It's just so weird. So this might be the first appearance of Asbestos Man. So kind of cool. This is Marvel Comics 90 or 89, kind of a cool book. And then we got Marvel Comics 90. This is a nice Sun Girl. I collect Sun Girl. That's Sun Girl right there. And just another really cool, cool book. So, and I was trying to pick these up. Typically, when you're looking at these Marvel mystery comics, you're looking at prices around $200 on the really cheap. If you're really lucky, $200-$300 on the cheap. But typically anywhere from $500 up, and usually it's more like $1,000 range. These books have really become hot in the last few years. So that was just my little collection. I was like, oh wow, I found found this little collection. I was quite excited to have found it. And you know, I don't have a very big Marvel mystery collection, but I just thought it was cool that I had found it. So that was that. But I kind of wanted to show something else. So I have two boxes. I'm going to put this over here. Hopefully not stab myself. Okay. Yeah, so Asbestos Man. I love him. I just died and didn't get used to it anymore. Okay. Fun fact, Silver Age Asbestos Man was really powerful since no hero wanted to get close to him or even touch him. Probably they'd get cancer if you, that's how he dies. He dies because of his own asbestos. It's kind of fun. Hi, Lady Pop Hunter. Thank you for coming. And we got to do a show together, Lady Pop, just so you know. That'd be fun. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to show you two boxes right now. And these two boxes, you got to choose which would you rather. Like if the house was burning down and you could only grab one of these two boxes, which would you pick? So which do you think will have more value? And it's really a black box kind of situation because both boxes are literally black. And they weren't labeled. The only label that I put on them was on the top. Where this box is number 92. I have no idea what's inside of it. It's number 92. That's all I know about it. And the other box, put that down. Oh, is 93. So you got a choice. Which box do you think has the more valuable comics in it? 92, which I don't know what's inside, or 93, which I do not know what's inside. So you got to pick. And I'm going to show what's inside. They're all taped up, so it's all secret right now. So yeah, basically it's randomness. So there's nothing to tell you what's inside of these, and it's going to be fun. We'll open them up. We'll see what's inside. I'll open up whatever box people pick first, like that's the most common number. I see a lot of 92s. A few 93s. Okay, so I think we're going to start with 92. So, oh, okay, quickly, I'm going to answer this question. Who is the hottest female superhero? I always say Psylocke because I always like sort of that Asian superhero, and they always do really sexy covers with her. Another one would be Emma Frost, but she's not I wouldn't say she's a hero. She's kind of more the villain side. But Zatanna would be another one, a good choice. But definitely one of those ones. I actually like Psylocke a lot. So yeah, so those would be some of my favorite too. Wonder Woman, though I think Wonder Woman is sexy, she's not not designed to be as sexy. I don't like, that's a personal thing. You know, I found that she's okay, but you know, and I like Wonder Woman as a character, but that's one character I always, you know, kind of struggled with. Another one that I think is really sexy, but she's not really a hero, it's kind of weird, is Vampirella. Vampirella is my favorite character of all time. So yeah, so okay, we're gonna open up 92, which is heavy. Oh, these are really heavy, by the way. They're filled with slabs. They're only slabs. So I gotta You can see it. We taped them really, really well so that they wouldn't open up accidentally. Okay. A sec here. This is actually a bit of a challenge. Let's see. So much tape. You wouldn't believe. We really taped these well. And we got some more tape. Just lots of tape. Okay. There we go. So this is box 92. I'm going to find out what's inside. Hopefully something good for all those people that picked 92. We're going to start out with this end. And what is the first book? Okay, nothing super special. Undercover Girl, number 7. This is nothing super big, but kind of a cool golden age book. Okay, so that's the first. Okay. Oh, and Wonder Woman. This is the Adam Hughes homage variant. Kind of cool. Okay, I'm not really sure what's inside this box. It's like very all surprising to me. Okay, we got a Golden Age pre-code horror in reasonable grade, 6.0. This is Thing. You can see the price, $2.50. I didn't even pay that. I paid half that, so it's pretty great. These are not really that expensive books so far. Okay, let's keep on going though. Oh, this one's a good one. Murder Incorporated. Sort of the lingerie kind of style one. Maybe if I zoom back a bit. This is Murder Incorporated number 4. Kind of a cool one. And I think this is a lot of Good Girl stuff. Oh, then we got Kid Eternity number 1. This is the first Kid Eternity series from 1946, but not an expensive book. So far, none of these are super expensive books, but kind of cool books. Oh, this is a Wally Wood cover. This is Colossal Features magazine. Not an expensive book, but kind of cool. Okay, so far this box not super exciting in terms of price. Oh, and then we got Joker. Okay, so this is kind of fun stuff. This is, I believe it's no, Harvey Kurtzman. Do some art inside. Okay, what else is in? And then we have Hetty DeVille. This is actually not a bad one. Kind of a sexy cover. And then we have Witch's Tales, nice pre-code horror book with the girl in the red dress in bondage. So not a bad book. So yeah, it's not too bad. She's getting bricked in there too. It's kind of a crazy cover. So that's kind of cool. Nothing super pricey, but on more Witch's Tales. This is my Witch's Tales collection. This is Witch's Tales number 27, and he's being buried alive. Kind of a cool pre-code horror. I really like Witch's Tales as pre-code horror comics to buy. They're very affordable, and they have pretty cool pre-code horror covers. So if you ever want to get into pre-code horror but think, oh, it's too expensive, Witch's Tales is a great entry point. It has great covers, and they're very affordable. So definitely look at this series. Okay. Oh, Black Cat Mystery. This is a great cover. It's a good girl bondage cover, and she's like, I think she's being dropped into hell or something crazy. It's like a bit of a crazy cover. It's in a fairly good grade. So this is just another pre-code horror. I actually really like the Black Cat Mystery series. because it you know, introduced the character Black Cat. And the first few issues were all about her as a superhero, but then it switched over into Westerns. And then after it went from Westerns, it went into horror. So this is the horror version of it and became Black Cat Mystery. So there's a lot of really great covers in the run. There are like ones that are like, this one was actually pretty affordable. And it's a pretty cool cover. And as I said, it's affordable. Whereas there are some in the run that are really insanely expensive. So it is, but it's one of those ones where if you pick the right numbers, you can get a cool cover and for a great price. So definitely another series to look at in the golden age for pre-code horror. Okay, still a lot more in this box. So we got hopefully something big. Oh, this is a good one. This is Topper. And it's number 16. Now, a lot of people don't know what this book is. This is one of those ones that's really under the radar. This is actually the second appearance of the Peanuts. So they originally appeared in 2 comics at the same time, United Comics 21 and Tip Top Comics 173, I believe. And those appeared at the same time. But then this comic, kind of maybe the third appearance, like technically third appearance because those 2 comics came out before, but this is considered to be the second appearance of the Peanuts. So Snoopy, Linus, Lucy, all those characters, this is where they made their second appearance. So kind of a cool book. Charlie Brown, all those characters. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. And then we got, Al Cap, the Shmoo. This is the first appearance of Shmoo, or Shmoo. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but this is one that my mother would read to me as a kid. She had like kind of a like a comic book, like a book that's like with comics in it, and she would read me stories about Shmoo. So this is quite a good one, and it's actually a fairly high grade. So not a bad book. This is Shmoo number 1. So that's kind of cool. From Al Cap. Oh, this is kind of a funny one. So this is Bullet Man. And this is actually, what happened was, I believe Fawcett, they put all these, they had these like mini comics. This is like mini comic. You can see it's quite small. You can see how it doesn't even take up the whole slab. And this book, basically what they would do is you get your issue of Bullet Man, and on the cover of Bullet Man, they would have what was called a mini comic, and it would be kind of stuck to the front of the regular comic. And you know, usually they got detached over time, and some people saved the little mini comics. A lot of the mini comics got destroyed, but this one is a high grade one, and it just managed to get saved. If you can find the original Bullet Man with the mini comic attached, they sell for big money. I saw a heritage auction where somebody had a collection where it was like the full comic and the mini comic attached, and they sold for big money. So yeah, so this is you know, kind of a cool comic, and to get them in these higher grades is quite hard. Like this is 8.0, but this one, it's not that expensive still, because Bullet Man, I think he's a cool character, but not many people really collect Bullet Man. So generally, you can pick these up for about $100 to $200 range. So not too bad, not too bad. Okay, and hi, Comic Mag Musings, my my American friend. And hi, Ronald. So are the Nomura and Marvel mystery books at good prices now, Alan? No, they're not. They have gone up a lot in price. They have become pretty expensive books. You know, the Nomura character, even even though the movie didn't do as well as they had hoped, and it really didn't introduce the character very well, a lot of people are moving into Golden Age collections, and the price for that book and the scarcity of that book have allowed it to kind of go up in price a lot. It's one of those books that you just don't see that often, and when you do, it always commands a premium. So it's kind of, yeah, if you can pick them up, pick them up. They will go up even more. Okay, here's another cool one. This is Taffy Comics. I just thought this was a great cover. I forget who the artist is. Carl Wessler art. Kind of cool. So Taffy. Taffy Comics also featured the artwork of L.B. Cole. So some of the early covers have some really great L.B. Cole art. That's Taffy. So far, nothing super big. Okay, this is a nice one, though. This is America's Greatest Comics. And this is the first appearance of, so this is America's Greatest Comics number 7. And this is actually a really interesting one. Goebbels made his first appearance in this. So the Nazi, the Nazi Goebbels, actually, there's a story with him in it. So there's a lot of people that collect these different Nazi characters like Hitler, Himmler, and Goebbels. And this is where Goebbels made his first appearance. So kind of a cool book. Actually, it was my friend Falco that told me about this one. So kind of interesting one. And so like one that's a little bit under the radar. This is not it's not a cheap book, but it is one that you can find relatively easy. And it's just a really kind of cool book. So thank you, Chas. Okay. So next, what else is in here? Oh, okay. So we got some. This is Pictorial Romances. This is a Matt Baker cover. So Matt Baker's art goes for pretty premium prices, even though it's a low grade. These books can be quite pricey. This one isn't one of those pricey books, but it is a Matt Baker cover. So a lot of collectors go after, like they're kind of learning and chasing about these ones. It's one of those ones that's a little bit under the radar. So a lot of people don't realize that these are Matt Baker's, but this is one of the few books where if I zoom in correctly, let me see if I can zoom in. Wait. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's a Matt Baker cover. It's signed. That is really rare for Matt Baker. Often Matt Baker didn't get credit for his covers, and that wasn't just because he was black or anything like that. It was just that's how it was with a lot of artists in the Golden Age. They didn't really often get credit, or weren't even allowed to sign their own covers. So this is a big deal that he got to sign this cover, and it's a rare thing to find a Matt Baker signed cover. So this is kind of a cool book for that reason. But it's actually one that is under the radar, and you can pick it up fairly affordably, like that $100 to $200 range. So not too bad for Matt Baker. Matt Baker's covers can go for insane amounts of money. So let's see what's next here. Okay. Oh, this is a really diverse set of comics. This is Iron Man. And this is Iron Man 54. And this is the first appearance of Moondragon. And just kind of a cool book. There is some rumor that Moondragon might make an appearance I'm not sure, in Armor Wars or one of those kind of stories. Moondragon's a really cool character. She has kind of the ability she is a very useful character too. So one of the things that they, sort of a comic trope is, how do we get our two favorite heroes to fight each other? Okay, that's sort of a trope inside of comics. They, who would win if it was Hulk versus Thing, or who would win between Iron Man and Submariner, all that that's kind of a comic thing. Well, Moondragon is a really great character for that kind of situation, because she is a character that can manipulate other characters. And that's what happens in this story, where she kind of manipulates the character to allow for them to fight each other. So it's kind of a cool story. So Oops. I'm one of those people who would have collected it. Yeah. So Candlestick Cinema, thank you. So yeah, so just a kind of a cool book. As I said, this is a bit of a random box. Okay, this is this is one I just collected because it's funny. I do judo, so this is kind of a funny book for me. Not an expensive book. This is Judo Joe #1. I don't know how many issues of Judo Joe there were, but my comic shop had this for really cheap. So I was like, oh, it's judo, and it's #1. So I thought it was kind of funny. So Judo Joe #1. This is from 1953, just at the end of the Golden Age. So kind of a nice Golden Age book. And what else do we have in here? There's a lot inside these boxes. Oh, this is a big book. This is definitely a big book. This is kind of a major book, actually. This is Captain Fearless Comics #1. And this is the first appearance of Captain Fearless, but it's also the first appearance of Mr. Miracle and the first appearance of Miss Victory. So this is kind of a big key, and it's quite rare. It's a really rare book. I've seen this go in auction up to like $1,500. So it's quite a pretty pricey book in this grade. I actually picked it up for less because I was kind of being savvy about buying it. So it was quite nice. So this book is just a really great book to have, actually. Captain Fearless is kind of one of the lamest superheroes of all time, actually. So he's kind of a funny character. He has no superpowers, and his ability is, what he does is he has a horn, and I'm not sure if they show it. No, they don't show it, but he has a horn that he can blow, and if he blows the horn, his deceased ancestor, Civil War ancestor, comes back to life and helps him in whatever circumstance he is in. So basically, it's his deceased ancestor that does all the work, and Captain Fearless can do a little bit of fighting, but he's not much of a hero. He's kind of funny, and his disguise is really him just wearing that hat, and then he becomes Captain Fearless. Not much of a disguise. It's kind of a funny character. Very short-lived character. But Miss Victory is kind of a major character. So her first appearance is in the same book. So that's kind of a cool one. So then we got, this is another book this is like a Platinum Age book. This is Alarming Tales #4 from 1958. So just the end of the Atomic Age. So this kind of, I just thought this was kind of a cool, kind of like horror related cover. I like the killer dolls. I don't know. I always thought it was cool. And oh, we're almost done this box. This box had a lot in it, and the next box is the same way. Then we got Top Jungle. This book I actually won for. I think my bid was $2 or $3, and it was on Heritage Auctions. So if you pay $2 or $3, it ends up being like 30 some odd dollars. So basically the cost of the slab. So this is the reason it's such a cheap book. It is a Golden Age book, but what it is it's a reprint. So there's a company called IW, and they would basically reprint the Golden Age books. Actually, this is not even Golden Age. It's Atomic Age, 1958. So kind of a cool. I just thought it had a cool cover. It's a bondage cover. So this one literally I won for under, like, it was like $30 altogether. I think it was really cheap. Okay, so nothing super big. There was only one really big book in here so far. Oh, this was kind of cool. This is Flash Gordon #4, and just another cool, sci-fi cover. So this is kind of I like these Golden Age Flash Gordons, and Buck Rogers is another title that I like collecting. I'm a really big sci-fi buff. One of my favorite movies as a kid was Flash Gordon, the 70s version with the Queen soundtrack, and it's just such an amazing movie. I highly recommend that movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch Flash Gordon. The 80s version is just awesome. It's just such a great movie. It's so fun. It's a bit campy. It's really great. So it really got me into Flash Gordon. And later on, I got my parents gave me a VHS of all the serials. Like it was like a complete collection, like 7 hours of Flash Gordon serials. So I watched all 7 hours of the Flash Gordon serials. And they were from the early 40s, late 30s. So they were kind of interesting. So yeah, so that's Flash Gordon. Okay, almost done. A few more. And then we got Willie. And this is another just a kind of a cute good girl art cover. I believe it's I'm not even sure who the artist is, but you know, kind of a fun good girl art cover. Nothing too pricey there. And this is a cool one. So this is credited as being the first Matt Baker cover, and it's kind of it's weird to say that because there's actually earlier Matt Baker covers where he did the pencils. And the reason this is considered to be the first Matt Baker cover is often when you do the pencils, there'd be an inker and a colorist that do work on top of your work. So you don't get the credits as being the cover artist. So this is kind of Matt Baker's first full cover. So so this is Crown Comics #6, and this is a pretty under the radar book as well, but it is definitely an important book historically. Okay, then we got Ranger Comics. I actually have 2 copies of this. And it's just a really great good girl art cover. I think is it Lubbers? So it's Bob Lubbers cover. And it also features Matt Baker art inside. So just a really great one. So this is Ranger Comics #37. And Matt Baker did a lot of art for Fiction House, and that's the name. That's the company that produced Ranger Comics. That's that. And last, and then we're done with that first box. Last but not least, and I'll take it out of the plastic, I guess, is Katie Keene. This is Robbie the Robot homage cover. And this is Katie Keene number 62, which is the very last issue of Katie Keene. And now this is actually one of the more expensive books from the Katie Keene run, partially because it is the last book from the Katie Keene run, but it also is that homage. People collect it for the fact that it is a Robbie the Robot homage. And it's just a really kind of fun, kind of cute cover. So that is box 92. Okay, but the question is, what is box 93 like? Is it going to be better than box 92? So we'll find out. So this is the big one. This is, see how well you guys can do. Oh, it's so heavy. These boxes are intensely heavy. Okay. That's why moving comics is not a good idea. It's very painful. Okay, so 92, like there was about 30 some odd books there. I'd say the average value was around that $200 range, and there was one big book. Okay, so if we want to do the math, we're saying that is about $6,000, $7,000 worth of books. Not bad, not bad. So $6,000, $7,000 worth of books. So can this box have more than $6,000 to $7,000 worth of comics? So we'll see. Gotta open it up here. Oh, sorry. Did I? Yeah, it's 6,000 to 7,000. Yeah. So it's quite amazing. Like if you think about it, one box, 6,000 to 7,000. That's actually quite a lot of money. But they weren't the big books that I have. I have some pretty big books. Okay. Oops. As I knock down the slab. Oh my goodness. It's okay. It didn't break or anything. Nothing too bad. But I was a little bit too zealous with the comic opening. Whew, that was close. Okay, that could have been bad, but it wasn't as bad. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna open up this one. Okay, so okay, this is a pretty good box. I can tell already. So this is America's Greatest Comics. Yeah, it's America's Greatest Comics #2. Okay, yeah. So you're right. Almost like dominoes. It was like one slab and then another slab. I was worried that they were all going to fall down. Only one slab fell and it didn't get hurt. It was actually, it fell onto something soft. So it was quite lucky. I was kind of fortunate there. So yeah, so this is America's Greatest Comics #2. And this is actually a pretty major comic, historically speaking, because it is the first appearance of Steamboat. And Steamboat, sadly speaking, because I actually like Steamboat as a character, is considered to be one of these most racist characters of all time. I think he's like top 5 most racist characters of all time, and it's sadly so. Because Steamboat is actually a really great character. He was a sidekick to Captain Marvel, and he's kind of a cool character. He is a bit of a racial stereotype. I grant you that. But when the creators of Steamboat, what they wanted to do was they wanted to create a character that was something that would appeal to Black readers, and they were trying to get Black readers into reading Captain Marvel. So they created this character, and he's a bit of a goofy character, but he's very heroic. He has no superpowers, but what he'll do is he'll put himself at risk to help Captain Marvel, and he actually puts his own life at risk. So he's very heroic. Unlike Captain Marvel, if you think about it, Captain Marvel is basically impenetrable. He's invincible, but so he has very little risk. When he stands in front of bullets, well, he knows that they're going to deflect off him. When Steamboat stands in front of bullets, he knows he could die. So it's actually he's a really great character, highly underrated. I actually think Steamboat needs more respect. just such a great character. He got canceled. Back then there was people that just didn't understand, and they got rid of him. But I thought he was a great character. Okay. Oh, and another really great book is Detective Comics #241. This is the Rainbow Batman. Just a really, really cool book. I love this book. It's just such a funny story. Basically, you get Batman wearing a whole bunch of different costumes, and it's just a really fun story. So yeah, just a really silly one. They actually made a Funko Pop of Rainbow Batman. So and he would have different costumes like pink, a target, and even a rainbow costume. And so these kind of quirky Batman are quite fun. Okay, so that's next one. So far this is a lot of big books. Those are both big books. This is not such a big book though. This is a more affordable one. This is Action Comics 267, and this actually has a bunch of first appearances, but it's not a pricey book. So this is the 3rd appearance of the Legion, 1st appearance of Chameleon Boy, Invisible Kid, and Colossal Boy. Kind of a cool book, but not super pricey. This is but it's one of those under the radar keys. So yeah. Okay. Oh, this is kind of a cool one. This is John Carter of Mars. This is the 4-color 375. And this book is really great. This is the 1st appearance of Dejah Thoris. so a character that I really like. Dynamite Comics produces a series called Dejah Thoris, and this is where she made her 1st appearance in this book. And it's a really great book. And you got this kind of cover on the back. But this is her 1st appearance in comics. So kind of a cool book. John Carter of Mars. I actually enjoyed the movie. I'm not sure if you've watched the movie. What do you guys think? Was the John Carter movie any good? I thought it was good, but you know, that's my own opinion. So you can tell me in the comments. Okay. And he would wear those silly costumes and distract Robin for being injured while not being able to fight that good. Yes, that's why you had the Rainbow Batman. So yes. Oh wow, this is a big book, a really big book. All the bags fell off. This is The Funnies, #1. This is a Platinum Age book. This is the first appearance of Captain Easy, Alley Oop, Mud and Jeff, and Tailspin Tommy. So really big book. This is quite rare. And this is from 1936. So a Platinum Age comic, really major, like major book. So The New Funnies, #1 from 1936. It's a pretty big book. You don't see that one very often. It has less than 10 on the census. It is incredibly rare. Oh, and my friend Falco, you'll like these ones. It's my Hawkman collection. So this is Hawkman from Brave and the Bold. This is the first appearance of the Silver Age Hawkman. This is Brave and the Bold 34. And it's also the first Silver Age appearance of Hawk Girl. And they basically rewrote this. The characters were very different than the Golden Age versions of Hawkman. So kind of a cool first appearance because these are kind of different characters. So this is Brave and the Bold 34, very major key for Hawkman collectors. This is kind of a B book to get. Okay, so that's that one. And if you have Hawkman from Brave and the Bold, you got to have Hawkman from the Hawkman #1. So this is the first titled story for Hawkman, like where he has his own comic series, and it's kind of a cool book. When I bought it, it was very inexpensive, but it has gone up a little bit since. DC books are kind of coming into their own right now, and they're getting a little bit more love. So, but this is a book you can pick up for that, I'd say $200 to $300 range would probably be a fair price for this book. Okay, so what's next? Oh, and we got some more Hawkman. This is another really major key for Hawkman. So this is Hawkman #4, and this is the first appearance of Zatanna. So it's a good cover, but it's not the cover with her on the cover, which is kind of sad because like Zatanna is kind of a cool character, and it's kind of sad that her first appearance doesn't have her on the cover. But this is the first appearance of Zatanna, and just a really great character. I like the fact that when she's like a magic user, she's like kind of a magician, and when she does her spells, she's basically just saying the words backwards, and that's how she can cast her spells. So kind of a cool character. Her father, I'm trying to remember his name. What's his name? But her father, his first appearance is in Action Comics #1. And he was actually a pretty major character for a while. And, so she has a good legacy, I guess I should say. So Zatanna is one of my favorite characters. I really enjoy Zatanna. I think she's really awesome. So sadly, though, she's not on the cover, but still a great cover. Okay. Then we got some more. So this is my Hawkman collection. So you're gonna see. Oh, Zatara. Yes, I knew it was something Z. Zatara. Yeah, that's it. Zatara is the father of Zatanna. So, and he appeared for his first appearance. I actually was going to be, I'll get his first appearance, but his first appearance is in Action Comics #1. So a bit of a hard book. And there's another character that makes a first appearance in Action Comics #1 that makes that book really expensive. So it's a hard book to get. So yeah, Zatara. So here's another Hawkman, and this is Hawkman Mystery in Space. This is I believe the first team up between Adam Strange and Hawkman. Let's see what it says. Adam Strange, Hawkman, double feature begins. Predates Hawkman #1. Adam Strange appears in Hawkman's story. So kind of cool. So this is, you know, kind of a key book that a lot of people don't realize is kind of a key. So this is Mystery in Space #87. And you can pick this one up fairly affordably, and it's a cool book. Okay. Okay. Oh, and then we get my Doom Patrol collection here. This is Doom Patrol. This is My Greatest Adventure 80. And this is the first appearance of most of the characters for Doom Patrol. Let me read what it says. First appearance of Doom Patrol, Negative Man, Elastic Girl, The Chief, and Silver Age Robot Man. So kind of a cool book. My Greatest Adventure #80. And actually, I picked this book up for like less than $100, but it has become a very pricey book with the Doom Patrol series being out, and it's going into its 4th season. I believe it's going to be the last season of Doom Patrol, but it is fun to watch. Really great stuff. I recommend that series. It's a really, it's kind of a fun series. Just a, kind of quirky, lots of really great stories in Doom Patrol. So My Greatest Adventure #80, if you want to get the first appearance of the Doom Patrol. So that's kind of a cool book. And then we got more Doom Patrol. So we got Doom Patrol I think it's 99, yeah, #99, which is the first appearance of Beast Boy. That's Beast Boy. So I'm not sure if you can see that. So this is the first appearance of Beast Boy. So a lot of the Teen Titans, they made their first appearance in, I forgot what book, I'm trying to remember, some other book. And, but this is where Beast Boy made his first appearance. So like Cyborg and Raven and Starfire, they all made their first appearance as sort of a backup book inside of another book. But Beast Boy came out before that. So just kind of a cool book for Beast Boy. And this is Doom Patrol. So Doom Patrol #99. And what they did with Doom Patrol is really they carried on the numbering system after My Greatest Adventure. They switched it over to being Doom Patrol. So it's not Brave and the Bold 55, I don't think. It's some other book, I'm pretty sure. Like DC Presents or something like that. I forget which book it is. But, and then we got another cool book, House of Secrets. This is not an expensive book, but it's kind of cool. House of Secrets 61. And this is the first appearance of Eclipso. So you see him down there. He's kind of a cool character. He was a character that was featured in the Stargirl series. And so he was one of the major bad guys, I think, in season 2. I think it was season 2 for Stargirl. He was the major bad guy. So just kind of a cool character. And then we got, this is kind of interesting. Transformers. Now this book used to be very, very pricey. Has sort of gone down quite considerably. I paid actually a pretty good price for this. I bought a raw copy and got it graded. It's Doom Patrol. It's Brave and the Bold 54. So Regman just Googled it. So it's Brave and the Bold 54. I believe that is the first Teen Titans. So yeah, so kind of cool. So this is Transformers #1. Just kind of a cool book. It has gone down a lot. This is actually a good time to pick this book up because it's right now, I feel like it's undervalued a bit now. It's kind of come back down to the more realistic prices. So this is a book you might want to consider picking up in high grade. You can pick it up fairly affordably. Okay. Oh, we're getting to some bigger books. So lots of cool books in here. This is Suicide Squad #1. And this is actually Brave and the Bold 25. And Brave and the Bold actually introduced a lot of different series. And this is just one of them that it introduced. So Suicide Squad. This is the first appearance of the original Suicide Squad. It was not the Suicide Squad that we saw in the movies, but it is the first team appearance of the Suicide Squad. And it is also the first appearance of Rick Flag. So Rick Flag was in both of the Suicide Squad movies. So this is actually a kind of a cool key first appearance. And this book is a pretty pricey book because it is the first appearance of the Suicide Squad and the first appearance of Rick Flag. So kind of a cool book to pick up. Okay, so that's Brave and the Bold 25. Another cool first appearance is this is Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos. This is the first appearance of Nick Fury. And now Nick Fury in the original version of him, he was Sergeant Nick Fury. And he basically was like it was like a war story kind of thing. It was only later on that he became, like, I think in, I want to say Strange Tales, one of those books, or Tales of Suspense, one of those books. He became a different kind of character, and he became sort of like almost like a James Bond like character in that. But originally, Nick Fury was more of just a commando kind of, you know, like army soldier kind of guy. So kind of cool. Happy birthday, Alan. Jim at Bronzeville Comics did a special people calling out books, or people selling books. Shogun Warriors are 50,000, or Shogun Warriors are rare for 50,000, which is only worth $100. Huh. Okay, so Shogun Warriors, I have Shogun Warriors. I think everybody picked that book up. It's not an expensive book. I guess somebody tried to sell it for $50,000. That's a bit crazy. Oh, yes, Strange Tales. See, I knew it was either Strange Tales or one of those ones. Strange Tales 134. And I have that book in a box over there, where Nick Fury becomes the kind of eye patch version that we know today. So, yeah. So Strange Tales 134. Definitely another big book to pick up. So definitely one that's really great. Okay, we were talking about this book earlier, and this is a really big book that's kind of come down a little bit. This is Ultimate Fallout #4, the first print. Now, I actually don't like this book in some ways, just because you don't get to see his face. In the second print, you actually get to see Miles Morales' face, but in the first print, you don't. This book actually probably could grade higher, like maybe a 9.6 even. There's no spine ticks or anything. It just was never pressed. I didn't press it when I got it graded, so it probably could be pressed and get a much higher grade. I just was too lazy to do so. So this is Miles Morales, the first print. This is the direct edition as well. But yeah, in a 9.2. So probably could get much higher grade if I got it graded. Okay, then we got another cool book in a 9.0. This is another one I should have gotten pressed. Amazing Fantasy #4. This is the first appearance of Silk, and just another kind of cool character for the Spider-Man, new characters that they created for Spider-Man. Kind of cool character. Okay. And another cool one. This is Amazing Spider-Man #4, but this is the variant for it. It's just I always really loved this cover. I just thought it was a really great cover for Amazing Spider-Man #4. And this book can be quite pricey because it is a rare variant. I'm not sure if it's a 1 in 10 or 1 in 20. It's like, it's just a variant, but I really like this cover. I always thought it was really cool. Okay, Vinny asked, happy birthday question. If you had a chance of 3 books, which 3 would you get? Green Lantern 6, JLA 10, or JLA 21? I'm just trying to remember Green Lantern 6. So Green Lantern 6, I believe, is the first Sinestro. JLA 10 and JLA 21. I would probably go with Green Lantern number 6 because it is the first Sinestro, and they are coming out with a Green Lantern series. I think that would be the best book of those to pick up. So yeah, I actually have that book, so I think I have all those 3 books, to tell you the truth. Okay, then we got Showcase. This is my Showcase Power Girl. I believe this is the first title for Power Girl. So Showcase number 97. And this is, I just always thought this was kind of a cool cover. I didn't pay much for this book, but I always thought it was kind of cool. And then what else we got here? Okay, it looks like my Showcase collection. GLA 7. Green Lantern. I thought it was Green Lantern. No, GLA 7 is the first Sinestro. I think it's. You mean Green Lantern 7? Yeah. First. Okay, so JLA 21 is the first Dr. Fate. JLA 10 is the first Flex Frost, and Enemy of the Dark. So actually Dr. Fate, now that I think of what those first appearances are, so I actually have all 3 of those books already, believe it or not. So yeah, so yeah, Green Lantern 6. Yeah, I would go with Dr. Fate, actually. I like Dr. Fate. I know that it's Dr. Fate and some other characters' first Silver Age appearance in the same book, so that's why I would go with that one then. So just thinking about it, I was thinking Green Lantern 7, which is the book that I was mixing up. Like, I don't always remember all the different numbers. So Green Lantern 7 is the first Sinestro. I remember what the cover looks like. I just didn't remember which, it was 6 or 7. So, but actually, is it number 9? That's the first cover appearance of Sinestro. You guys can tell me. Yeah, I have all of those books. Personally, I like Dr. Fate. I'm a big Dr. Fate fan. Yeah, I'd go with his first appearance in the Silver Age. I prefer his Golden Age first appearance, though. So just as a FYI. So far, I think we've already surpassed the other box by far. But I'll show you the rest of this box. This is Dolphin, another great comic. One of my favorite covers of all time. This is Dolphin, which is Showcase 79. So kind of a cool book. And so this is going to be all Showcase. So this is my Showcase collection. This is Showcase number 73. This is the first appearance of the Creeper. Sort of a weird character. See? And Vinny says that I'm right. So first cover appearance is number 9. That's a book that was actually a little bit under the radar for a while. Not many people picked it up because people would focus on his first appearance. I always recommend getting that first cover appearance. So definitely pick up Green Lantern 9 if you can. So yeah, so number 6 and number 7 and number 9. Okay. And 21 is the first Justice Society in the Silver Age. Yes, I actually know what that cover looks like. It's kind of like they're all sitting around the table and there's sort of a cloud above them. Yeah, so I have all those books. Actually, I didn't pay much for those books. I think I paid like $30 or something like that for those books. So, you know, I like getting those first Silver Age appearances. Those books were so undervalued for the longest time. I found that the prices recently have really spiked on those books. So yeah, especially with the Black Adam movie, those books have actually gone up a lot. Okay, so next is showcase number, what number? I can't see the number. 60. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Spectre. Kind of a cool book. And it's also the first appearance of, what's his name? Asmodeus? Amadeus? Yeah, you can correct me. I'm totally mispronouncing his name. So yeah, oh, hey, another good friend of mine, another guy I'm trying to get to come on my show is Pop Comics. Good friend of the channel. He's a really great guy. He probably doesn't need your subscriptions because he has so many subscribers, but his channel is really awesome. Go check him out. Oh, happy birthday, Alan. Thank you, Ernest. Happy birthday. I'm celebrating a birthday also, 64 years young. What a coincidence that I should live on the same day. We should see you on live on the same day. Never replied before. Enjoy your birthday. Thank you. Thank you. You know what's so weird? I don't like, this is just a weird FYI, just sort of a weird thing I've noticed. A lot of the people that watch my channel and a lot of the comic people that I know are having birthdays around now. Like just so many people like that watch the channel have within this next week or two have their birthday. It's like as if like something about something in 1973, like around this time, all the birthday people got born. It was kind of the birthday, yes, the birthday paradox. I don't know. It's really weird. Like all these people have the same birthday. I don't know. Or maybe it's just that YouTube only lets people that have similar birthdays watch my channel. I don't know what it is, but it is very strange. If you have a room of 23 people, there's a 50% chance that 2 people will share the same birthday. Yes, I knew that actually. There's actually a thing that a game that you can play where you go into a bar and you say, hey, you know, I bet you that there's 2 people in this bar that have the same birthday. And, you know, you'll see maybe 20 some odd people in the bar and you'll probably win that bet. So it's sort of a scam that people play. Yeah. So Suddenly Comics is here too. Hey, my friend Mark is here. Okay. And then we got, what other Brave and the Bold? This is showcase number 58. This is the first appearance of Power Girl. Kind of cool. And one sec. Thank you. Hi. And yeah, so the first appearance of Power Girl, I don't know why it's such a cheap book. It really is undervalued. I love Power Girl. You know, she's such a sexy character. It's one of those characters that, you know, if you can pick up her first appearance, that's a 7.0. I paid like $50 for that. It's just like so undervalued. So undervalued. Thank you. Happy birthday. Did you hear that they are making Sex Criminals into a new TV show? Yes, I did hear that. And I just happened to have the full run of Sex Criminals. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. That is a really great story. A Matt Fraction story. It's just a really great read. Silly, kind of fun story. So I'm actually looking forward to them doing it. I didn't think they would do it because it is, you know, kind of a little bit R-rated in terms of the story. But yes, I did hear that, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. Here's one. Okay, here's one more. My birthday is August 6th. So it's also my kid's brother. So you have your same brother as your you know, brother's kid's birthday. So that's kind of cool. Or your kid brother. That's cool. So yeah, a lot of people have very similar birthdays, like with people around them. It's kind of weird. Okay, now we got Showcase 37. This is the first Metal Man. Kind of another undervalued key. Kind of cool. So yeah. So Metal Man. I actually heard they were going to do something with Metal Man, but I haven't heard much more about that. So that's Metal Man. And then this book has gone crazy recently. This is a Showcase and 34. This is the first appearance of the Silver Age Atom. Just kind of a cool book. This is major key. This book has really gone up, like insane. I didn't pay much for this at the time, but now it's a pretty expensive book. So yeah, really crazy how much that book has gone up. Speaking of expensive books, this next one is really expensive. This is Showcase 22. This is the first Silver Age Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and just a major book for you know, for Green Lantern. This is like the big book for Green Lantern. So this is Showcase number 22. And then we got another showcase. This is Showcase 20. This is, I believe, the first Rip Hunter. Rip Hunter, the Time Master. So kind of a cool book. I pretty much got all the keys for the showcase run. So this is Showcase number 20. Kind of a cool showcase book. And we got 3 more to go. Then we got Showcase 17. And this is the first appearance of Adam Strange, I believe. Yeah, Adam Strange. Yeah, that's right. So kind of a cool book. At this point, do we even need to discuss who won, which box won? No, we don't. This box was the big box of the two. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. This box probably has about $20,000-$30,000 worth of comics in it, maybe more. So yeah, so it's pretty big box. Or probably more like $50,000 or $60,000 worth of box, actually, to tell you the truth, because we got another big box one. So it's probably more like 70 or 80,000 actually. This is Showcase number 4, and this is the first appearance of the Silver Age Flash and Barry Allen, and kind of a major book. This is the book that really launched the Silver Age. So just a kind of a huge book. Yeah, it's just a big book. And then we got where it all started, Showcase number 1. This is the very first showcase book. That's its key. And also it's the first appearance of Fireman something. I forget what his name is. Fireman Farrell? Fennel? So kind of a cool book. So that's it. Those are the 2 boxes. It was not even close. I didn't know what they were in, what was inside them, either of them. I didn't know that these were the books that were in there. Kind of cool to find my showcase collection. So yeah, so I don't know why the story yet, but why the move? Okay, so I basically moved not because I wanted to move, but what happened was my wife, she got a job here in Ottawa, and she is going to be working for NRC, which is the National Research Council of Canada, and basically in order to do the job, she has to come to Ottawa. So we figured we'd move all our stuff over here. I work from home. That's my job, is I work from home. I work from home. I own a small digital agency. You know, I have about 400 clients, but you know, she was a stay-at-home wife for the longest time, and she wanted to get back into the workplace. You know, I always support my wife. I always try to help her out. So she got a job here. I'm willing to move, you know, my business to support her. So that's why. So that's why the move to Ottawa. It's not super interesting, but do you know how to share a live stream on YouTube? Not really. I really should, but I don't know, actually, tell you the truth. One sec here. No, I have no idea. I'm doing this on my cell phone, so it's a little challenging. I have no idea. I'd actually like to invite people into the channel, but I have no idea how to do it. So sorry, I can't do that. I think I'd have to go back and then get the link, and then yeah. I know how to do it when you're outside of the studio, but not once you're inside the studio, like inside the show. There is a way of doing it. I just don't know how to do it. But when you're outside, you just go on to the 3 dots and then you click, and then it'll give you the thing where you can invite guests or share guests and stuff like that. But I don't know how to do it while in stream, which is kind of weird. Yeah, oh, you want to go jump on now? Oh, that'd be fun. I don't know how to get you in here though. Yeah, it'd be okay if you can figure it out. I will definitely invite you in, because that'd be fun to have you kind of join the show. But yeah, that'd be really great. So yeah, so that's the 2 boxes. It wasn't even close. It was not close. The second box totally won. It would have been kind of interesting if I had opened the second box first and then the first box, but it was interesting to more of a build up. Very cool. I'm going to just quickly sort these out a bit, see if they kind of fell down. Okay, there we go. They're kind of all flopped over and I was bothering me. So yeah, so those were the would you rather part of this show. I didn't really have anything else prepared. I showed you an unboxing. I told you the story about the comic room. But if we can get Pop in here, Pop to play with Pop Fun to play. I never get his channel right. That'd be really great. So yeah, let's see if he can get in here, figure it out, and then it'd be great to invite him in here. And other people, if you guys all want to join in, I don't mind. So one birthday gift I really enjoy if everybody could do for me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I want to get to 3,000 subscribers. That's my goal. So do you have any Will Eisner GGA comics? Yes. Actually, I have a big surprise about that. So if you're familiar with Will Eisner, he was the one that created The Spirit. And The Spirit run is actually a very short run. It runs from issue 1 to like 23 or 24. It's not that many issues in the run. And issues 20, 21, 22, those 3 books are considered the holy grails of Good Girl art covers. They are the best Good Girl art covers of all time, like some of the best, I would say. And they're just really awesome. So I picked up all 3 of those. I got all 3 of those, and actually I have one of them now. The other 2 are in the mail and they're coming to me. One I still have to pay off. It's like multiple installments to get. They're that big of books. But I'm going to show you. I'm just going to move over there, grab it, and show you. It's actually going to be in a future unboxing. You'll see it in another unboxing, but I will show it now just because I have it. I'm going to show it. Here. One sec. Don't mind me. I just had to go grab it. So this is a really big book, really big, really cool book. This is Spirit, number 21. So this is this is not necessarily the best of the Good Girl art covers by Will Eisner, but it's one of those 3 major ones. The best one is 22. That is just by far the best. It is a really great cover. So this is Spirit number 21. Really great cover still. I really like this one. A bit of a sexy thing going on there. A bit of a headlight cover. So just a really great one. And another one that I have, and this is in the same unboxing, was Spirit number 14. This is kind of a Good Girl art cover, where he's kind of rescuing the damsel in distress, and he's in a bit of a distress himself. So this is, the rope is getting cut, and he's not going to do so well. So kind of a cool cover. So those are the 2 Spirit ones I have. There are more coming. I just haven't gotten them yet. They're in the mail. So, but those are, some of the ones I had. I always love showing my books. And I really appreciate everyone coming here today. You guys made my birthday extra special. So I really do appreciate everybody coming here. He also did Good Girl art for the U.S. Army. Yeah, I knew about that. Will Eisner is a pretty amazing artist. And he was one of those ones that has, really like become one of the greats of the golden age. Oh, another channel that I really like, Who Dat. Happy birthday. My birthday just passed on January 25th and had a great one. Yeah, actually, it was really funny. I actually wished you happy birthday, but it was kind of funny. I saw people saying happy birthday, and I thought they were saying happy birthday to me, and because we're all on a sort of a group chat on IG, and because my birthday was coming up, but they were saying happy birthday to Who Dat. So it was kind of funny. I just thought they were saying happy birthday to me, and then I realized it was you that they were saying happy birthday. I just thought it was funny that we have birthdays in very close to each other, only 4 days apart. That's kind of crazy. So happy birthday again to you. You're another guy that I'd love to have come on my channel. If you guys have not checked out Who Dat on Instagram, he has incredible books. He does some amazing sales. He actually offers amazing books at amazing prices. Definitely a guy you guys have to check out. He is an incredible guy. I do a show with him on Biggie Shack's channel. Just a really great guy. I'm trying to butter him up here so that he'll come on my channel and do an interview. So, this is my attempt to get him on my channel. So Who Dat, definitely, let's do a show together. Definitely really fun stuff going on there. I can't afford it, but first appearance of Captain America. I can't afford the first appearance of Captain America, so I bought the first appearance of Soldier Boy from The Boys. Well, that's close, kind of looks, similar kind of character. That's kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, cool. So that'd be great. Anytime I will schedule my life around when you want to do an interview. So whenever you want, you just tell me what's a good day for you, and I will schedule my life around it, and we'll just set aside an hour, and then we'll record it, and I will post it up on some Saturday. So definitely that'd be fun. If you haven't checked out Who Dat, he does, as I said, he's on IG, but he also does videos on other people's channels a lot of the time. He's on Biggie Shack a lot. He's also on The Hunt, where he competes and he shows off some major books. you know, a lot of the time when I show books, my books are like, you know, lower grade. Well, Hudat has books in that high grade. So he'll show some pretty major books in high grade, which is kind of impressive. So yeah, that's, so that's kind of cool. I guess my friend Pop Comics hasn't figured out how to do the stream joining thing. I haven't figured it out either. But what I'm planning on doing, if I do another one of these live streams, what I'll do is definitely find out how to invite people onto the stream and make it so that people can join in. I definitely will do that. Are you still looking for Cerebus 1? Yes, I am actually. I'm looking for it in that kind of affordable price range. If you have a copy of it, you want to sell to me at an affordable price, not, you know, it's still, I know it's going to be thousands of dollars, but yeah. So yeah, I definitely am interested in that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is, you know, okay, so for those people that don't know, Not Noir, he's also on Instagram. He is actually somebody I'm going to be interviewing. I'm going to actually interview him next week. He is my very first super chat. This is the very first time anyone's actually given me money to do one of these live streams. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And that's, you know, I really do appreciate it. This is cool. This is, you're the very first to donate to my stream. But I recommend you check out his Instagram, because he is actually doing the dream, the comic collector's dream. So one of the things that, as a comic collector, this is something that we all want to do. I believe that we all want to do this. This is, you know, the dream is to create our own comic, you know, to come out with, you know, do all the artwork and the story and have that comic and say, hey, look, I made this comic. That's kind of like the comic collector's dream, and it's something I always wanted to do. Well, Not Noir basically has done it. He comes from like a graphics art, like a graffiti artist kind of background, and he's actually creating a comic book, and he's actually done his first issue. And I recommend that you support him and buy his comic, you know, because, you know, we got to support each other in the community. So definitely a really great guy. I was chatting with him for like an hour or so. Just a really great guy. Definitely recommend you check him out on Instagram. And it's the same, I think it's the same handle as what you saw there. So definitely check him out. He's got a pretty cool art style. It's kind of like, you know, kind of reminds me of the underground comic style of the 80s. So yeah, definitely somebody you got to check out. So yeah, so thank you for being my very first super chat. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so I earned $5 today. So now I can say that, you know, this channel makes money. So yeah, so thank you again, Falco. One sec here. We can shoot mid to end February, but DM me on IG. I will definitely do that. Yeah, mid to end of February will work fine for me. So I actually have the next 3 weeks are all like scheduled. So if, you know, as long as it's before that, I can, you know, you'll be the next video that shows. What else was I going to tell you guys? There's a few things that I was wanting to ask. Actually, now that there's a fairly big audience watching right now, one thing I'd like to put out there, and this is something I kind of need help with, and I was kind of hoping that this would be a good opportunity to kind of announce something. I'm looking for a logo. Right now, all I do is I have my my Wonder Woman cover, and I just basically use that as my logo. But I'd like, if somebody's a graphic artist, has some graphic skills, if they can make me a Comic Collector Geek logo for my channel logo, I would be super appreciative of them. And I almost want to do it as a kind of a contest. Maybe I can give you guys a free book, whoever makes the best logo. Yeah, I'm kind of looking for a logo for my channel. So something that I'm looking for. I kind of want to bring my channel to that next level where I have a logo instead of just using a comic book. So it'd just be kind of cool if anyone can help me create a logo. I'd really appreciate it. That's something I want to announce in this video. So yeah, so oh, another good friend of the channel, Comic Book G-Man. Yeah. How about your me brother would love that. Yeah, so that's cool. Another great channel to check out. Oh, my friend from the UK. I was just hanging out with him yesterday. This is the Gray Man. Actually, the Gray Man has like the biggest YouTube channel in the UK. He's actually really like a long time YouTuber. Definitely a great guy. So definitely check him out, by the way. Thanks for coming, Gray. So yeah. Oh, hey, Grotto. Oh, you do my logo? Okay. There's a few people, like if you can create a great logo, I'd appreciate it. I know you have some skill. I've seen your skill with making the little video edits and stuff like that. I thought that was quite good. So yeah, I could use just a logo, like something, I don't know, something that captures my geekiness and my love of comics. I don't know, something, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Jacob, for stopping by. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you for free. I love free. It's sort of funny. In Korea, like my wife's Korean. In Korea, they always say if you like free stuff too much, okay, you will go bald. And I've already I think I've sort of actualized that dream. so I think it's one of those things. I love free stuff. So yeah, it's kind of funny. So yeah, so definitely I appreciate that. Anyone that can create me a logo, I'll show all the different logos, and we'll maybe even have like a thing where I'll have a poll and we'll pick which logo you guys like the best. I love free stuff, by the way, but I really love to see what people can come up with. One of the skills I don't have is I'm not a really good designer. I can say, oh, I like this or I like that, but I'm not good at actually creating this or that. I'm not a good designer. I did try my hand at art a few times, but I was not particularly great at it. I actually made my own poster when I was a kid, and it's kind of very surrealistic looking artwork. And I actually sold those posters when I was a kid. That was my summer job one year. I sold posters of my artwork, and I didn't make much money. I think I broke even, basically. It was kind of embarrassing, but it was funny. And I have like a stack of all these posters that I have from when I was a kid. So just, yeah, it's kind of silly, but definitely something that I do admire people that have that skill. So yeah, if anyone has any other questions for me, I'll probably wrap up the stream right now because it's kind of running a little bit long, and I I appreciate all your guys' time for coming out here and hanging out with me. So yeah, so again, I want to say thank you for everyone that came to my stream. If you guys can help me build a logo, I'd appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please help me by subscribing to my channel because I really want to get to that 3,000 subs. That's my goal. So yeah, any help on that, I'd appreciate it. And thank you for making my birthday an extra special one. So I really do appreciate everybody for coming. It's only 10:20 here. Oh, are you in? Lyle, I didn't realize you were in the UK as well. I thought you were here. Or is it UK? Oh wait, no. That'd be you're like 2 hours behind maybe. So yeah. So yeah, it's much later here. But so again, thank you for oh yes, Lyle. Yeah, that's right. You're in Western Canada. Yeah, so I'm Eastern Canada, you're Western Canada. So yeah, cool. So again, thanks for everyone. Thank you again. And check out my next video. I'm going to be doing a really cool video with Mark tomorrow where we're going to battle. It's going to be a battle. So definitely check that out. It's funny. It's just us being silly. So that's tomorrow. I definitely recommend you check it out. The Price Variance Show. That's going to be tomorrow. And, see what other cool things are happening for the rest of the week. So lots of stuff coming up. So again, thanks everyone. Bye for now. Again, thank you for coming, and bye for now.